4, 3, 2. Welcome to another exciting episode of Master or Not with our wonderful heroes, Wilda, the Water Being,
I'm dying.
What are you talking about?
Transient,
You're
the
already
Metal
dead.
Manipulator,
Like, fucking hell, you're taking my girlfriend.
Tolia, the Living Dead Girl,
Joke's on you, I'm already dead.
Rowan, the Living Glass,
You know, it's a twisted feeling that I'm enjoying the fact that I can feel pain.
Spencer, the Super Cat,
I wonder if, after all of this, I can go home and get a cheeseburger from McDonald's.
and Jules, the Gadgeteer.
Damn, that's a hell of a lot of particle effects. Shame I'm not over there.
Last time on Master or Not, our heroes attempted to seal the interdimensional break using a particular ritual. Yet, out of those involved, Wilda suffered the worst at having a string of her life force used, causing her to collapse. Transient is blindsided by this and abandons the ritual, leading it to connect to another close by dimension. One where a different transient has gone mad with power and believes all things in reality are an illusion and has powers based on lies. This transient, claiming the name Madness, separates the souls of Wilda, Rowan, Dahlia, and Transient and sends them into the afterlife. Left in the bodies is only the concept of truth and the Moon Hunter Hati, in Transient and Wilda's bodies respectively. Jules is en route with the caravan of water towers, while Spencer stumbles upon the others after the event. Can they find a way back to their bodies, and will they save Wilda from a tug of war between Valhalla of Valkyries and Helheim Hands? Find out today. Those involved in the other side, I need initiatives.
This is the first time we've rolled initiative this entire chapter.
Yeah,
No, it's not. We haven't left this chapter yet.
We rolled initiative way back when we fought the coyote wares.
there was also the Disco Sasquatch, but those are fate
We had
memories.
initiative with that guy. I just remember him having a dance fight and then getting hit by a car.
What are you talking
I mean-
about? We took care of things just outside of Chicago.
Okay, I need all of you to roll below a 19.
No.
Hang on, I gotta see what. Where do I get the plus to initiative?
I'm on it.
It is
could
at
be
the top of
equivalent
your
to your
sheet.
agility score.
It is up at the
Agility?
top of your sheet next to initiative. Sorry, next to PowerPoint spent.
I was about to say, if I knew where initiative was, I'd obviously have found it.
I know, I misspoke. I'm just like, it's right there. It's called initiative. Next to the initiative.
Freaking turds. +1. Go. Oh. Got a 12.
Yeah, no, this is important enough to him.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right, now I gotta roll 3 sets. Definitely looks like one of the Valkyries is a bit hasty. The other one's taking their sweet time. Then the hands of Helheim.
Radiant, use force.
Okay. We have heroic examples. We really need to put a heroic images tab in here.
Yep. We
Can
have
I make a
heroic
we not?
example.
suggestion? I know we have hashtags, but I feel like after some of the stuff that gets said in these sessions, we really need a heroic quotes.
Alright, we have heroic images right above heroic examples now. Actually, I'm going to drop that next to villain image. Makes more sense. Has to be above villain image. Bullies need to be below villain image.
You will never convince that she's a hero.
Hey, we are unfortunately the heroes of this story.
What do you say, unfortunately?
Because we're not
We are
Because we're
very
more red.
much-
We're closer to Red Hood than we are to Batman.
We're at minimum the protagonists.
Yes.
We start at the beginning of the scene with Transient, who spies mysterious hands popping out from blood-laden ground out of the spiritual realm, attempting to wrap around Wilda's form. Not too far away, one Valkyrie seems to be closer and almost upon Wilda, while another one is approaching from the sky. Transient.
Why did I suddenly stop hearing Ace?
Yo,
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened?
Okay.
What happened?
Our Discords all hit massive lag at the same time.
Discord burp.
I have no
Or
idea.
decided to explode.
So, once more. Transient. You are about 15 feet away from Wilda, and you are witnessing hands popping out from bloody ground out of the spiritual realm, attempting to grasp at her, while one Valkyrie is almost upon her, and another one is flying from the sky about 30 feet above. What do you do?
Well, he starts off with his instincts and attempts to clap.
As you clap, you realize you don't feel the tectonic energy flowing through you like normally would, nor do you feel the sense of molecular change uh, arrangements in your mind appearing.
It's not good. That is not good, not good, not good. You know what?
I don't know if this will require a roll, DM.
Wait till your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he'll go and he'll charge and attempt to grab Wilda away from the hands.
All right, as you rush, go ahead and give me a grapple attempt on Wilda.
Okay. Check something. I haven't done this in a very long time. I need to see what I actually have that I can do. All right, let me see what my grapple is. Oh, my grab is a plus 16.
You and your actual martial arts.
It is.
26.
Wilda does that.
I mean, that hits.
I was about to say, does that So you managed to grab Wilda from the hands at the current moment. How do you lift her up? What exactly are you doing?
I'm moving her away from where the hands are attempting to grab her.
All right, as you do, hasn't been their turn yet, so they can't react at the moment. You do pull her up and have her in a. Are you? Would you say you're bridal carrying her or fireman carrying her?
Princess Carrie.
Bridal. Okay. So as you pick her up bridally, you do see these hands like uh, attempt to grasp them, but they're too late as you pull her up. She's currently in your arms, and you, as you're standing around, seeing the red of the floor somewhat start growing. You have a bit more movement left.
Well, I'm not a speedster. I don't have that much movement.
There's only one speedster here.
Look at the proper one for the moment. Yeah, I can't get any further away from where I'm at. So that will effectively be my turn.
It is now one of the Valkyries' turn as they come floating down, attempting to grasp the bridle carried Wilda. You hear in a very vibrating tone, "The soul belongs to Valhalla. Release her."
If you wish to die, come and get her.
Words we can agree. As you see her present a spear and attempt to thrust at you while trying to grasp that Wild at the same time.
One
We rolling
second.
two different
No.
rolls for this.
The rest of you, well, let's see here. Only Dahlia. So you've seen our normal form. I'm effectively a red outline with a series of alchemical formulas typically. The form is darkening, almost blacking itself out as he says this.
And as your form darkens and starts to give a different type of waver from the various shapes and symbols that you originally were floating around as, you are able to anticipate the spear as it comes down towards you, and are able to parry the spear away. And at the same time, you manage to shift the form just enough to prevent her from grasping Wilda's form. A Valkyrie now stands on top of you, towering you about an extra 2 feet. But that unfortunately is her turn, whereas the next turn that pops up is the Hands of Helheim. Shush, I know I accidentally did out of order, but shush.
They got the same. I'm guessing they got the same initiative, so either or.
Yes, and it's easy to forget. So as she now stands up in front of you, trying to grasp and combat you for the soul of Wilda, the red pool now starts approaching around both your feet and hers as it starts encircling around you. Hands start popping up, trying to grasp at whoever they can grab. I need agility checks from you and from the Valkyrie.
Agility checks, just straight agility.
Yes, or if you happen to have, let me go check one thing. You do have evasion, so dodge is also another roll you can go for, either agility or dodge.
Let's see
Whichever is
here.
higher. Because you can put points into dodge.
Yeah. So that is currently a 17 DC they need to beat. Unless RD20 plus 7. Or this then. Do I? Yeah, I will continue.
Not sure
Really?
what an RT is.
It's a retweet. It means you need to go read the hashtags.
Fuck. Where do I even start? Hashtag too many balls in this porno. Oh my fuck, that's the first one I start? Oh god. Hi, America. Yeah, I know what I said. And I was hoping this will remain in 2002. Hashtag the Thrustle siblings. Hashtag brackets and friends. Hashtag my smash. Hashtag two villains and a cat. Hashtag don't go into the light. I believe there is also hashtag fun facts. The term maximum refers to, hashtag a belief, hashtag a pithy expression of general principles, hashtag rule of conduct, hashtag moral teaching, hashtag in conclusion, Jules Maxim is a belief in the undying vengeance, hashtag circle of influence, hashtag Fullinger style alchemy, hashtag I thought the Greeks were the handsy ones. You'd be right. You'd be right.
Fucking hell! That last one.
Right. As these hands start grasping and trying to pull down anyone within their thrall, Francie, you manage to shift and shimmy out of any hands that grab you. Unfortunately, the Valkyrie is not as successful, failing her attempt by 1 degree. She is now currently uh, not dazed, but hindered as her movement has been slowed with multiple hands grabbing at her legs and ankle. From there, it is now Wilda's turn. Wilda, you are currently being bridal carried. You are suffering from heavy pains of the soul, having your life force been ripped out not too long ago. Not all of your life force, but a very large chunk.
Yeah, no, I am dazed and I am hindered. I
What?
remember.
What do you do?
I'm gonna look at the hands. You said I was a guest, correct?
Is that are you just asking in
I am
general?
asking, yes, I am asking the hands of hell.
There is whispering coming from the bubbles of blood. Yes, a guest. So degree hell herself. Not sure if that was audible.
Now I have Beauty and the Beast be our guest stuck in my head. Thank you.
Oh, why would you say that out loud?
Slow it
As
down
if
by
I must suffer,
three.
all of you must.
Slow it down by like 3 beats and give it a haunting string symphony. Then yes, exactly that.
What was the phrasing? Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test.
My goodness.
The super cat hashtag. They sure do like their men. Hashtag service creeks.
Fuck it. I'm gonna look at
Okay then.
transient. I guess
Speed's a good movie.
they have rules of hospitality. You can come with me if you want.
They can declare guest rights. They have not broken bread.
I'm declaring hospitality rights. Once the
You do, as a reminder, you will have to vocalize that louder in order for the Helheim spirits to understand.
Yeah, I
It-
know, but I'm telling him first.
No, of course, but that will take your turn as you're explaining this going over 6 seconds. Well, technically over 6 seconds, but you know what I mean. Go ahead and resume roleplay.
I declare hospitality rights for myself and for him.
As you have two other friends out there staring at the entire scene.
Go, go to Black Betty as I look at them. See what can be done.
And we will say that after mention of having your friends seek Black Betty, that will be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
It is now Rowan's turn.
Perfect. Uh,
Rowan, you're about 25 feet away from your friends as you watch as this field of blood red coloring seems to uh, bleed out from the ground, with hands grasping at what appears to be a winged woman in perfect, pristine armor plating, and another woman of such description descending down at a breakneck speed from 30 feet up on high. What do you do?
well, first I need to do this. Okay. Yep, that's good enough. I was seeing if she was marveling at the fact that she can actually feel pain or not. And just standing there in a stupor, she actually broke free of that. So, not completely understanding the situation, more just slightly dazed, kind of concerned. Uh, Rowan will say in absolute perfect. Uh, wait, which variation of Valkyries are these? Because Rowan would know.
Rowan would know old style BC Valkyries from Valhalla, those who have fought Jormungandr and the Ilk.
She would have seen plenty of paintings, pictures, etc. She would know the lore.
Roughly, I mean, you technically crossed from the Danes in England and headed over to the Americans
Oh,
somewhere
I
around
know,
what, the late 1700s.
but that's not what I'm saying. It's not that she experienced them; it's that she learned them. I'm just asking: are they Greek or are they? Because I believe Greek had a variation of them as well.
Nope,
Yeah,
Greek had no Valkyrs.
They had
They're just
Fury.
the Nords.
The Nords are the ones that had
That had Valkyrie.
Valkyrs. The Furies were something completely different.
Yeah.
he's
Reason
one
why
of
I'm
strictly
asking,
Norse. But go ahead.
it then in perfect Nordic, allow me to help you, sister, and I would like to attempt to wrench her free of the hands.
All right, go ahead and give me a not persuasion. Is it persuasion? It is persuasion. Go ahead and give me a persuasion as you try to assimilate assimilate comradeship with this other Valkyrie before you take your action. It looks like you have a +1 persuasion.
Yeah, +1. No situational bonus for using their native language.
I'll give you a +2. So go ahead and make it a +3 total.
Hey, 17 isn't too bad.
All right. Seeing how receptive she is. That meets it. Valkyrie's spear almost shoots up towards you, but as hearing your near perfect Norse speaking of Deutsch, you manage to calm her down enough to get her to lean one way. You can attack the hands of Helheim with any of your moves and hopefully free her. What exactly are you doing?
I'll use her. I mean, if it's what I can easily reach, I'll use her spear and essentially try to pull to wrench her free. Rowan's pretty strong.
I mean, like,
so-
well, paint the picture before you just say what you're doing. Before saying the act. How are you going about it? Are you shifting your arms of glass laden? Bear in mind, you are currently in your soul visage. You're currently a persistent see-through version of yourself, but with different stained glasses to show the different lifetimes that you've existed in. You're a
She is
liquid
not
stained
attempt-
glass, essentially.
She is not attempting to shift her form in any way right now.
Are
She
you?
actually is hoping to retain it because she wants to hopefully continue to feel.
I mean, if that's what you're worried about, that's fine. So you're
She's
literally stepping onto the pool of Helheim in order to wrench her free from the hands.
no, I thought you said that her spear was near me. That would extend her reach considerably. I should be able to reach her without getting into the pool.
Fine, I'll give you that. Go ahead and it sounds like you're making a grapple essentially. You're grappling the spear and then trying to wrench her out. Go ahead, give me a grapple
That's
first, followed by
Just
strength.
that's just picking up a spear.
No, I'm pulling her using the spear.
Oh, okay.
Essentially, the Valkyrie pointed the spear towards her, ready to attack. But upon hearing
Grapple,
the
grapple.
Norse, uh, it's essentially
What is
close
that,
combat.
athletics?
It's grab. It's its own special
Don't-
thing.
I don't see grab.
Close combat.
There's a
Online.
5th tab to the right that says specials. Underneath the top one should say grab.
I don't have that tab.
Okay.
Okay.
I do. You have a +4 in grab. DC special 16.
1d20
Oh, difficulty check.
plus 4, you said?
Yeah. Go ahead and add that circumstantial +2 bonus as well, since she is allowing you to help her, making it easier.
Okay.
Now that said, you will not get the bonus in trying to lift
Damn
her
it.
up. That will be all contested on your ability.
I accidentally forgot the space right there. 19.
$19 does meet their parry, so you are able to grab onto her. Go ahead and give me a strength check then to lift her. Your strength is a 6.
Yeah. I have my character sheet this time.
Cool. Now don't forget you can extra effort.
Extra. Okay, how does that work? Please
Um,
explain that to me.
in a multitude of ways. For this current situation, you can extra effort making yourself have the exhaustion side effects, which can be removed later with a Benny or immediately, or you can spend a Benny in order to do it, and it'll give you a +5 in the skill check roll that you do, or the ability check roll that you're doing.
Well, if that's the case, wouldn't it be just more advantageous to use a Benny to re-roll if I need to?
I
Typically.
mean that too, but this is once more. This is all part of how of how mutants and masterminds go. You
Okay.
can do that for reroll, or you can extra effort it to give yourself an additional but +5 to your normal strength roll, which will make it
Gotcha. Okay,
being
okay.
which will make it being
That makes
rolled at a
sense.
+11 versus the +6. But yeah, I digress. What do you do?
I like the thematic part of that. I think that yeah, I'll spend the Benny to add a +5. So I will be at a +11 now. And I'll subtract the Benny in just a second. What? It didn't do it right. It rolled it twice for some stupid reason. It rolled a 13 the first time, and then it got confused and rolled
You're
again. So
in
that
the
would have
wrong
been a
chat
24.
anyways.
Oh, am I? Yeah, probably. It would have been a 24 DM. It's in the top bit.
Need to roll it in the correct space for it to count.
That. If I roll super low for this, I'm gonna hurt you.
Hurt me all you want.
I'm gonna freaking
And
Julian. Ah, it's not as good as the other one, but that's fine.
That meets it by a successful degree. You manage to lift her up by the spear, and as you wrench her out, with the feeling the strain of what should be your muscles, like scream out as you're putting forth this extra effort. You manage to wrench her from the grasp of Helheim as the hands slip from her ankle. She finds herself going a little bit, flipping around you to the other side of you before landing on her feet again after a fluff of wings pop up to re-stabilize her.
Hang on, guys. Give me
Yeah.
1 second. I gotta step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
Alrighty, but that was going to be the end of your turn unless you
Yes,
had something
that's
else.
fine.
All right. Next up is Valkyrie 2, who seems to be taking a special interest in the ground itself that's trying to grasp at Wilda, Transient, and the other Valkyrie. You see resplendent light starts shining off the tip of the spear as it rushes down and slams into the bloody ground. hmm And then the ground gets a resistance. Weakness against holy. You see a quarter of the ground seem to burn up from this unique lights at the end of the spear, as several hands seem to vanish, and about 5 feet circle amongst this 20-foot blood pool around you guys seem to evaporate. She now stands up and looks over towards Transient. Release the soul that belongs in Valhalla, where she will rest and find peace, as well as fight to her unending days.
That's kind of contradictory.
Warrior's
would-
life, baby. Warrior's life.
I would burn Isgard down before I let her go to your hands.
Free action, put my hand on his face.
Just a darker version of Transient, taking a different silhouette as
Okay,
the
I'm back.
watery hand comes up and touches its face. The Valkyries look unimpressed. And it is now Dahlia's turn.
Hold
Dahlia,
on,
you're
real
about
quick.
25.
Can I get a quick recap of what just happened?
Valkyrie 2 drops down with the heat of fury and using special holy light burns up a quarter of the ground where the bloody pool is. Quarter of the hands that are grasping have been burned off.
Got it.
It is now Dahlia's turn.
So, would you say that Dahlia's guns are really an extension of herself at this point?
Is
Yeah.
this ghost armed?
Essentially. Come on, give me the Yu Yu Hakusho spirit gun.
I don't think it operates like that, but I will let you have
Hey, DM,
a spirit gun. Yes.
doesn't she control shadows?
I mean, yes, she still has control over shadows. Mostly for teleporting.
Yeah, we're in a very shadowy place.
Oh yeah, you guys want us to run away, right?
I want you to go see your grandmother. Yes.
I'm making friends.
Alright. Dahlia says, BRB, gonna find Grandma. I'll bring her back. Where should I look for you?
You have a couple of seconds to respond, Wilda.
Trying to get to hell.
Alright, see ya in hell. Rowan, you're good?
Hold on. Hell with a singular L.
Oh, gotcha.
Look for us
What
in
kind of big
Niflheim.
That was 2 people. Can 1 person talk?
Sorry, my bad.
Look for us in Niflheim.
Alright, and Rowan?
Oh no, I was just making a joke. My bad.
Oh. Well, she does want to know, Rowan, where you're gonna be.
I don't know.
You
I
could
don't
come
even know where
back.
here is. Look to the Valkyrie.
Alright.
I just
This-
don't want anyone doing anything dumb.
Well, I think that's gonna happen whether we like it or not. But I gotta go talk to my grandma and figure out how to get us out of this dimension before madness ruins everything. She is going to try to teleport, and she's just going to focus on Black Betty.
Bam a lamb.
Exactly.
Whoa. Like Betty.
Bam a
Bam
lamb.
lamb.
From Birmingham.
Way out of Alabama. Sorry. Cannot help myself. But go ahead and you do start teleporting. You get about 60 feet away from the first jump. Your second jump takes you another 60 feet away. And it starts to seem that the 60 feet as you jump looks farther than normal. It keeps getting interestingly deeper as the visual world around you keeps shifting and changing. What once held a galactic star-laden background in the skies now turned to a shifting, a shifting hue of whites and blues, along with a couple of sparkles of purple every once in a second for you.
She's just going to grab the pendant around her neck that her grandma gave her and keep teleporting, concentrating on her grandmother.
All right. We'll consider that at the end of your turn. Before we go up to the top of the round, Meanwhile, on the material side, Spencer, you are currently you're currently carrying the Impala, as the rest of your friends are currently inside. Two of them being awake, two of them currently sleeping.
Yep.
You're about a few 100 feet away from where you last saw Jules, and you know that he's still heading over towards the pickup spot to meet up uh, with Dahlia's dad, along with Tom Relic.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, I would have tried to go back to Tom Relic and Dahlia's dad, because why would I go meet Jules at a place I know he's not at?
That's that one brain cell in the super cat actually actively taking overdrive. So you
Yep.
start sprinting your little heart out. You start sprinting your heart out over to where Darren and Tom are. Meanwhile, you are hearing a conversation occur between Hotsy and Truth above you.
I guess I'll listen in.
Truth and Hotsy are talking to each other about the possibilities of the souls coming back. Truth knowing that there's been multiple avenues for any soul to return back to its body so long as the body remains intact and has not lost that natural connection. Hati does explain that natural connections can be manipulated on either side, both the material and the spirit realm, and does note that with this new fiend walking around with the ability to craft the lies, they're worried that they might take some extra means to try to sever those natural ties.
Mm-hmm.
And Spencer, deep within you, you feel this warmth of goodness remind you to keep your eyes peeled for anything that's may look like a translucent spiritual being, as you innately know anything without a soul but still technically alive can be possessed.
Yep. I
Go ahead
don't
and give me
want
a perception
these.
check
I'll make a
while you're
perception
running.
check. Why the heck not? Yeah.
While he's rolling that, quick question for you, DM.
Yes.
Which flavor of Rowan got left behind? Because Rowan wouldn't be asleep. I'm imagining it's only a tiny portion of her soul, so it can barely move, but
So, how do I
you are
put this
familiar
in?
with the many, many, many personas that she has, so I'm wondering which one is the one that got left behind. It amuses me greatly to understand which this is.
You know what? Out of the many lives you have, take that dice roll separate from our normal d20 and roll that. And then I want you to assign all your personalities from your most recent being at the highest number to your very, very old self, your original self, being number one.
Hold
So
one.
one to, yes.
I'll figure that
And
out.
then when you have the chance, roll that and we'll see who awakens under your quote unquote skin for the time being, although amnesiac they may be. In the meantime, let me take a quick look at. Oh,
That's a 15.
Spencer, as you are rushing over, crossing over the entrance to this park area with the Impala overhead, you bypass a few park rangers who are there, and they witness you run by, and then they blink and second guess themselves because who would be running around with an Impala in hand?
Yep.
But even more worrisome seems to be the spirit of what looks to be a really gnarly bear We're talking multiple scars over where the fur should be completely gone, and this bear looks with intelligence in its eyes as it starts trying to run alongside you.
How fast is this bear?
It's going as fast as its little heart can compared to your light jog.
Oh man, I don't want to be rude or anything, but do I recognize this bear whatsoever?
No, you never met a bear before in your life.
I'm just
And
gonna
don't you
pick
try
up.
to get,
Good.
don't you dare try to say like, well, what about that one time Spencer went to space? You didn't meet a space bear. You had a space flea, but not a space bear. This is the
I
first
don't
time you're seeing
know.
a bear outside of the zoo, outside the telebox that has all the funny pictures. And this bear does not seem to be wearing a top hat or a necktie. So you cannot call it Yogi, despite all of us wanting
Darn.
to.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to pick up the pace just a little bit. So I run about. How fast was I running with the Impala?
Like I said, your light jog is just a smidge faster than its full breakneck sprint.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the speed just enough to leave it behind. But now that it's chasing me, is there anything in front of me that I'm not looking at while I'm trying to pick up my pace?
As you go over towards the bridge that's connected to this area, you do happen to see a small group of translucent beings, some children, some human beings, all of them taking notice of a possible vessel that they could try to inhabit as they look towards you as you sprint right by.
I sprint right by them, unfortunately, unless one of them is the ghost of Usain Bolt, too soon to be. They're not really going to catch up with me.
No, but they do have a chance to try to hop onto the car itself.
Oh man, I have a horrible idea. So they're going to try and grab onto the car, right?
Yes, they're gonna try. What way
They're
do
going
you
to
want to make it
try.
more difficult?
To make it more difficult, what I'm going to do, because Spencer is strong enough to do this, Spencer's going to notice that they're going to grab on. So, am I running towards the bridge, like under it, or am I running onto the bridge?
Your choice. You're the one running with the Impala in hand. Normally, you would go over the bridge via the actual steps on the bridge, but you are the one running. I cannot control how you run, per se.
All right, then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull the Impala into both hands and just kind of like, as best I can, I got to look this up. Give me a moment. When was Kobe Bryant born?
Kobe.
He was born in 1978. Hold on.
Yeah.
When did Kobe Bryant start basketball? At the
Professional
age
or
of
just
3.
like
All right, well, this is a fair thing. As he sees these ghosts coming up quickly, he's going to kind of rear back the Impala in one hand and toss it over the bridge so he can catch it on the other side of the bridge. And as he does so, he yells, Kobe!
You
You
hear
just started that
giggling,
trend.
maniacal laughter from the cab.
Do I have to
What
roll a
isn't it?
strength check to see if I accidentally Mr. Incredible this and pitch it straight off in the distance? I could keep up with it, but the question is, should I roll to see how hard I chuck it?
Yeah, that would be a strength check to see how far you chuck it comparatively.
All right. Plus 9. That is a 27, DM.
So you do chuck it a couple of 100 feet in a wonderful arc as you lob it before you right as you're at the bridge. You see several of the spirits try to leap up, and although they have a very lithe form, the 100 foot high above is too much for their about dozen multiplied feet that they're able to try to leap normally.
Yeah.
You see,
Also,
some of them go about 60 feet high, some of them go about 90 feet high, but you literally lobbed it in the triple digits.
I have to ask you to roll for them because unfortunately, Spencer has the what is it? Affects insubstantial property on his unarmed strikes, which technically means that his entire body can affect ghosts as if they were physical objects. So they're going
Are
to
you
need to roll to
both
see if
letting
I
these
accidentally.
ghosts?
I am bowling through them. Yes.
Bowling pins.
I am not trying to hurt them. I'm just trying to get by them. Unless you, you know what? Instead of trying to bowl through them, I'm going to throw the car, and then I'm going to, with my immense super speed, bypass the bridge, run over the other side, down through the gorge, back up on the other side, and towards where the car is, towards where the car is heading. So I imagine I need to make an agility check or something to catch it.
I mean, imagine the Incredibles when they threw that one thing and Dash had to take off after it.
Exactly. Go long!
It is vividly in my mind as you literally pitch, and as you run through, run around. Three spirits do try to impede your movement to try to like cling to your form. One seems to have the best grasp on you, but only at your tail. One misses you completely and is left on the sideway. One gets in front of you trying to grab you, not realizing that you can physically hurt, you can somehow hurt its incorporeal body as you
Um,
technically break through it and it turns to like these little tethers of spiritual memories before they reform back to the ghost of what it once was.
okay, I would have been really upset if I accidentally killed someone who was a ghost, but you know what? It's okay.
Dispersion does not equal death.
Yes. So as the thing's like clinging to my tail, I don't feel any real weight. It's more of an emotional weight. And as he feels that, he's going to look back, see the thing on his tail, and because DM, you gave me the ability to do this before we started this chapter, he's going to use his tail like an arm and just start flailing around so it tries to fall off. Because it technically acts as an extra limb for me now.
All right, this is a contested grapple.
I need to check my grapple. My grab.
Your grapple.
Mike Ruba.
My grab. Alright. What?
Freaking legend. I wish I had a closer relationship with my mother, says the spirit clinging to your tail.
I'm gonna flavor this as when it clings onto Spencer's tail, he's going to remember. He's going to remember a particularly sad short story he had to read in English class, and he's going to like look back. What kind of ghost is clinging to him? Please, please, God, don't tell me it's Little Rat.
No, it's not a little rat. No, it's not a young woman. Nah, it's a very thin, frail lady. Looks to be in her mid 40s for you.
Oh,
And then you
cool.
start flexing your tail.
Now I gotta look at this.
I'm
Who
giving
wrote
you a
Spencer?
Google.
Uncle Tom? Yeah.
Spencer, you were went to school for like 6
A day.
hours.
Not even a full day.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and throw this thing off. Grab check, right?
Yep.
Yes.
2020 plus 7. Come on. 24.
So you,
Yeetus deletus.
so you feel this thing trying to cling onto your tail, and then you suddenly like re-angle your tail and just lob it all the way back to the bridge. It's not able to like hold well enough. It actually was losing grip already, and then you just suddenly flicked it all the way back. And as you turn, the car is just coming down at the right angle for you to get a better grab at it. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check or a another grab check to
I'll
catch
use
the car in
grab.
mid-flight.
Yeah. I'll use grab check. And let me check something. I think I've got an advantage for this actually. No, wait, that's my kaiju form. Never mind. I can't use this as a blunt object. Holding back. Yep. Not yet. All right.
What?
Wait, no, hold on. I do have improved grab. What does that do? It may grab attacks with only one arm, leaving the other free. You can also maintain the grab while using your hand to perform actions. You are not vulnerable while grabbing. Okay. Does not affect. Sounds great. Another D20 plus 7.
Yes.
I'm going to Benny that because I think I want to make sure this doesn't hurt anybody. Because those are the physical bodies of my friends in there, and they're not as resilient as I am.
He says that after the fact, just chucking the car hundreds of feet in the air.
Okay, so that's a 19. Thank
Just
you,
barely,
Avray.
just barely enough as you manage to catch it and like start spinning slightly to ease uh to ease the change of motion from it going at a downward angle. You manage to like put it back onto your shoulders and then resume running, and that's what we'll end your scene there. As we do a quick flicker over to Jules. Jules, you are still going down the highway with the rest of the convoy as you're literally Spider-Maning on top of one, right?
I mean, I'm not Spider-Manning. I'm just standing there. Considering Jules'
Menacingly.
character, I guess I'm pulling a cable. I'm just standing there with a big gun over my shoulder and cybernetic parts staring off into the distance, saying jack shit.
He's just standing there. Menacingly.
Get out of there, SpongeBob!
So as you're going down, you do happen to get a chance to get a good view of the road. If you wouldn't mind, give me a perception check.
If you see a
You
flying
see-
car.
A flying car with a woman at the wheel that can only be described as crazier than Miss Frizzle.
I get like
Yeah, there's
3 seconds in the middle of the song where it's the cruising on down Main Street.
I was about to say there's a high chance that yes, you could possibly see the Magic School Bus in this area, only because you're
On the
currently in
Magic
Michigan.
Hey kids, we're going to North Hall! Yay!
I didn't
I
know
don't
that
like
this
the
was.
sound of that, Miss Frizzle. I'm
I
a
love.
Christian.
I love the idea that Jace, while he's unconscious, is playing something in the background. And he's like, "Man, I've never tried this game before. I love Fallout. Wait, what's this option? Wacky Wasteland. Sure, I'll turn it on."
I feel like Wacky Wasteland's already on. You've already fought a Yao Guai.
Wacky Wasteland Turbo.
He outran Yao Guai. What are you talking about?
Anyways, that was
So much
29.
more- Thank you for that. So You do manage to see one car being lobbed into the air just high enough for you to see above the tree lines, and before it comes down, it is a familiar Impala shape. You do happen to see the wacky wasteland version of a magic school bus flying through the air, currently hidden from the rest of civilization. But it's none of your business. What is your business, however, is the immediate roadblock by several police-like figures up ahead, about half a mile ahead of you. There is a couple of avenues for the convoy to take, but it might shift away from where Darren and Tom Relic are.
What? Why is there a roadblock? Usually, you can tell.
For this instance, you can definitely see what appears to be a 5-car pileup.
Someone
Let me
was
think about
drunk
this.
driving down the wrong side of the road.
Let me
Very
think about
messy.
this, considering the
Flying car.
tools. Let me think about this, considering the tools at my disposal.
Yeah, I might blow up the cars.
Why?
I'm joking.
DM,
Yes.
he said it as a joke. I'm not actually going to blow them up. But I do have my cyber leg, which gives me not Spencer fast, but still fast as fuck boy energy. And I also have the cybernetic arm that lets me go from 1 strength to 9 strength. Can I just move the blockade and the cars out of the way?
Why don't we take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else?
Like, just move it a little off the road so that it's not immediately in our way. Because you should know at this point, into this arc that has gone on for, I think, half an IRL year, that Jules is so over side quests.
Part of me wants to remind you that that you are currently having your convoy being driven by sane people. But the other part of me is just too entertained about you
Now,
getting
hang
ready to
on.
speed
Hang
past.
on. Hang on.
Yes.
They've already been attacked by a rhinoceros man and a fucking electrocution woman today. They are not going to ask any more fucking questions at this point.
Now that seeing you speed past them on foot, running ahead, faster,
They have
faster
seen
than a
me on
speeding
a
bullet.
flying surfboard, DM.
This flying surfboard bit was a bit more acceptable. It's a vehicle.
Ow!
You're now on your cybernetic legs, just running past them.
Also, DM, is this not a world where superheroes canonically exist? Are they really questioning this?
It's more of the metas are currently doing their best to not be fully exposed to society. Although
Fine.
there are certain.
I'll put on the Destro mask before I do it. How's that sound?
They're gonna get some exposure therapy today.
I'll put on the Destro mask and do it then, and then take the Destro mask off when I get back on the convoy. Because I already canonically publicly revealed the existence of metas and my own existence as a meta using an alias and the Destro mask during the meteor struck a nightclub incident.
You did, yes.
This is a
currently being
non-concern, DM. The secret is out. We're fighting the government. This is not a concern anymore.
Who do you think controls the news media?
Himmel has known this whole fucking time, DM. They broke me out of a military base. We are so far past worrying about people knowing that metas exist.
All right, so it's going to take you a couple of rounds in order to do this, but go ahead and give me your first strength check in order to move. Your choice: the cops, the barricade itself, or the 5-car pileup. Which one are you moving first, Mister Fast as Fuck Boy?
I am going to move the 5-car pile up first, because once that's out of the way, the cops will be less likely to freak out.
Not unlikely, just less likely.
No, they still might freak out. I've accepted that.
Yeah, they
right.
are cops.
But they will be less likely if they see, oh, someone's clearing the road for us. We don't have to wait for a tow truck. Let me double check, make sure I have this right.
Diggy diggy hole.
14. Sorry, not 14. 23. 14 plus 9 is 23.
Son of a bitch, that doesn't work. So you managed to get there, and while all the other cops are trying to turn at the same time as you speed past them, you do manage to finagle this 5-car pileup that seems to have lost most of their mass due to the multiple braking all around, but are able to like pick all 5 of them up in this one pileup and start moving it elsewhere. Describe where you're moving it.
I'm moving it to the side of the road opposite the side of the road the trucks are coming down. So, like, if the trucks are on one side, I guess on the left-hand side of the right-hand side of the road, technically. Fucking Michigan, who knows? I move
Still
them
America.
over.
It's still America.
Listen, we have Arizona. I don't question anything.
And Florida.
Regardless,
Guys,
I
live in
move them over to the left-hand side of the road, and as long as if there's nobody in it, I'll just leave it there. But if there are people in it, I will basically use my cyber arm as the jaws of life in this situation.
You hear a bunch of what's going on, and oh God, help me! As you begin prying out the few bodies that you can see initially from this pile up. About 7 bodies in total. Three, all driving their own vehicles, and then a couple of siblings in one car, and a couple of friends in another. Managed to free them out from their wreckage, and that will be technically your turn.
Okay.
As we start back at the top of the round with transients, slowly transforming with small ears popping out of their head, popping at the top of their head in the spirit realm. Transient, you do feel yourself having feel one aspect of yourself very distant, having a conversation, but you're not too worried about the conversation being had in the very, very, very back of your mind. You're too busy worrying about your personal princess, your girlfriend, Wilda, in your arms, as both Hell and Valhalla Helheim and Valhalla are trying to take her. And she just said that she was invoking the right of hospitality to Niflheim. What do you
All right.
do?
I'll make one connection to you there. I hear nothing on the other side.
One correction. All right, fine.
Truth has full control over me on that half.
The reason why I'm saying you feel this is because of that natural tie that still keeps you connected to your body. It's just harder to get
Which
to.
I don't have. I have a natural tie to truth.
Did
Did you break the GM again?
Yes. Because he's forgetting I did die. The only reason why I'm alive is because of truth. So that was the only that was the only correction I was giving to you, was that I heard nothing on the other side.
All right, fine. You heard nothing on the other side, but you do feel Truth talking about something, but very, very faintly because of how distant he is, spatial, dimensional wise, at this current point, with you being in the spirit realm, him being in your body. Once more, only what you sense, but nothing else. You currently have Willa in your arms. She just invoked Rite of Hospitality, and you still have 2 Valkyries staring you down, with Rowan aiding one of the Valkyries from being grappled into the underside of this pooling blood from the hands of Helheim. What do you do?
Which Valkyrie is closer?
The one that just landed and burned a quarter of the pool away in holy light.
I'm gonna kick her. I'm gonna kick her away from the shadows and then step into them.
Okay, go ahead and give me a martial arts unarmed attack as you full frontal give her the boot.
Yeah, full fronter, give her the boot with absorption.
Oh,
That isn't
ooh.
that isn't a May.
How fair and right you are. I need
So
I
let
need to
me
be prepared to roll a stamina
double
check
check.
for.
All right, I've got a plus 16 to that. Give me a second. So how does a 32 sound against her parry?
It sounds like 2 degrees of success.
All right, so that is
Sounds
now
like
a
you kicked her like the
20.
football.
All right, now I
With a
need either
Sparta.
a DC 24 or either fortitude or will save from her. Thank you very much.
Like Jordan Sanders, it would have more in will.
Oh wait, I forgot something. My soul absorption has multi-attack 9.
Mm. That increases the DC by a bit. Since you have a single target, 1 second. I need to double check one thing. What's descriptors? I think it was descriptors.
Second, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up. There it is. It's under advantages. Nope. Wrong one. I really do have to find it.
Ooh.
So, well, first physical attack will deal an actual damage to her, but where are you? Used weapon bind effects.
Modifier.
Okay, it's not in that one. It's not in that one. God damn it, which one is it?
Okay. So single target multi attack, right?
Correct.
Use multi attack against a single target. Make your attack check normally. If successful, increase the attack's resistance check DC by +2 for 2 degrees of success and +5 for 3 or more. The circumstance bonus does not count against the power level limits.
Okay, so it's
We're
a
not gonna.
+2 then, because it's not 3 degrees of success.
Right. So that would make the DC
21 for will or fortitude, and I do need a basic damage one as well, which
toughness coming
would
right
be
up.
a 19.
So it fails by 1 degree in the toughness, but it manages to make the fortitude. No, sorry, the will
Was that for?
save.
Was that will save with the -1?
No, that so that -1 will bring it down to. You said the DC was 21.
DC was 21.
It just brought it down to meet DC.
All right, so it'll still succeed.
But once more, it failed in a full 5 point short, so a full degree on the toughness check.
All right. Oh, I just kicked it back and then I stepped into the shadow hands.
So you are stepping into the hands that are grasping from the blood pool.
Second. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and spend a Benny for an extra effort as I hide in plain sight as well.
What I did? So you step back. You feel the hands of Niflheim or Helheim grab at your ankles, but instead of it being like a tight grip, it feels more like a soft caress from a family member as you feel yourself being slightly pulled down into the blood pool. And as you do, there seems to be a slight shift as you intentionally begin hiding it amongst the ethereal shadows that are already around you all. And Rowan, who is currently still there, and Wilda in your arms, can somewhat be seen hiding now, visibly disappearing. Rowan, you lose track of Transine and Wilda. Last you saw, they just began sinking down by with the hands in this bloody pool, and then darkness.
It looked like he knew what he was doing.
Will that be it, Transient?
Let's see here, extra effort. By the way, for them to spot me, they need to be at a DC 22 right now. Oh, Wilda and I should say.
All
Oh.
right.
Hold on. Wilda, teamwork?
You may want to double check your mic.
Couldn't hear you.
Sorry, 27.
All right.
Teamwork.
It makes the dream work.
Yeah.
The next turn will be the hands of Niflheim, as while they begin increasing the speed of bringing you into the other side, into hell with 1-8. We'll do a couple of hashtags real quick. Hashtag Jules Belial. God, I cannot keep being this much of a hero. Hashtag I guess I will do everything. Hashtag Jace, look at the power you could have with legs. Hashtag Kobe. As you find, as Transient and Wilda, you find your vision somewhat now being obscured as you are pulled through this bloody puddle. Given that your willingness to actually go in and inciting the rites of hospitality.
All right.
In that she's unable to find you, the Valkyrie one will turn towards the second Valkyrie. Our quarry has gone missing, and our quarry has escaped and has claimed hospitality with Niflheim. We must report this back to Freya. True enough, sister. But what of the others? As they look over and see what seems to be the distant form of Dahlia constantly shifting in and out of the shadows, and Rowan, who has just helped them, speaking in Norse, and still currently holding the first Valkyrie spear.
Just hope she doesn't notice.
Actually, knowing that, I would let go once she was safely free.
Aww.
Sorry. I know what Rowan would do there.
That's sweet.
This fellow sister of ours seems to be more willing to join to come with, but they are not fully. But they have not fully passed. Should we invoke the right of visitation? To
If it'll help me
hospitality.
and my
Go ahead.
if it'll help me and my friends get back to our bodies that we were wrongfully ripped from, just tell me what I need to do.
At the end of her turn, it would have been Wilda's turn, but Wilda is currently going to the other side, which we'll get to that at the end of the round. So it will then shift over to your turn, Rowan. So as you explain this, you do see them contemplate about how to go about this. What do you do?
Well, which ones are debating? All of them?
No, both of them. But one is debating outside of the bloody pool. The other one is still debating while somewhat being surrounded by the bloody pool, not in the bloody pool.
Since I have a moment, I will test and see if I can use my abilities. It might be different for me since I'm more intrinsically driven by my soul instead of don't control muscle tissue normally. I control me.
So if you're just changing your shape to be like a couple
Yeah,
of
just
different objects,
changing my hand to
you,
see if I can still freely manipulate myself.
it feels as fluid as your normal liquid glass form, but for your vision, you do see like your arm shift the stained glass pieces that would have made up your multiple lives into different forms. In at first into your basic, well not basic, but into a sharp edge like fashion, then a tendril, then a hammer, and then a replication of the spear you were just holding as a test. This is just you. This is you taking that 6 seconds to double check your own body language as you're going through. You find that you have full control over yourself still, but the feeling of actually changing doesn't vary from being uh, a simple, as simple as a light tickling along your forearm to as tightly grasped as though you were lifting up something heavy when you start gripping for the hammer and for the spear. And with each transformation, you do feel yourself tugging on it, an emotion you haven't felt in a long while. Um, Different emotions. Um, Curiosity for the tendril, um, a precautionary uh, survival feeling for the dagger, a vindication sensation when you're going for the hammer, and then there's this uh, conviction. There's a sense of conviction when you go with this more holy spear-like objects in replication to the Valkyrie spear.
Okay. She'll give that a twirl and show off a little bit of her ability to use said weapon. That is a more natural weapon for her.
All right, what exactly are you attacking? Are you attacking the
Just a
other hands
flourish.
of Helheim?
No, I'm not attacking anything. I'm just doing a flourish, like, a kata.
So you give a few slashes. Go ahead and give me a
Ads and such.
She's
yeah, give
doing
me
a
an attack
performance.
roll. Yeah, give me a is there performance on here? You ruin.
So if you're wanting her to, if she's doing a performance and it's a combat performance, she can use her close combat in that way.
True.
Which I have a plus 10 to, if I'm reading this right.
Yes. So go ahead and
Sweet.
give me a close combat to do
14.
short floors. You're still not used to it, given that it is still attached to one arm and most spears are two. And so you kind of feel like you have to grab by the elbow, which is extended over your past your chest into your other hand. So you're like doing this like kind of stilted style motion, but it is enough to give the Valkyrie some food for thought as they mull over the right of hospitality towards you.
And she is listening in, but she is pretending that she's not paying them any attention.
Right. And as you're doing this, there is a very slight hint in the back of your mind that somewhere you're getting a little bit more glee out of this than how you would feel. But it's so far in the back of your mind, it's not in the same room or in the same area of you. This is your natural connection to your body, as one of your other selves seems to now be piloting the barely awakened body that's currently in the back seat.
Kind of
Uh,
lazily lean out the window. You're a fast cat, man.
we will get to Spencer's I can give Spencer a short reaction to this. Spencer, you hear a very old English voice come from the Impala. You have about 6 seconds to respond as you look back and you see the familiar face of Rowan, but not Rowan.
Oh, thanks, whoever you are.
That's it
So,
for my turn.
as we go over towards the other Valkyrie, who, in her own bit of trying to decide, raises her spear once more and stabs at the hands of Niflheim once more. This is more of out of own personal spite, given their different areas of origin. As the ground as the ground seems to be aware enough to move most of the bloody area away from the strike as light pierce shines through, but is missed just barely. Vile souls think that they come up here trying to grasp at others. Thickens me, sister. Let us make haste. Offer the right of hospitality to this new being, to this young soul here. And let us make haste towards Valhalla so we can speak with Freya. As they have that discussion and slowly turn towards you, she does leap over the hands and land on the outside of the pool, closer to you. And she extends a hand. That will be the end of her turn. Dahlia, you are currently still running as far as you can, focusing on your necklace that was passed from your friend over to you from Black Betty, your grandma. Go ahead and uh, describe how you're focusing on that as
Bam,
you, as you're making motions towards your grandma's face.
She's thinking about the visits that she's had. The weird form of checkers that her grandma taught her one time, where they made up rules as they went, and for each piece you took, you got to make up another rule. She thinks about the quilt that her grandmother knitted, that her grandmother sewed for her. She thinks of the pendant. She thinks of her smile when Dahlia told her a really good, well, really bad joke. And she concentrates on those memories of her and the sort of feeling she gets around her. And she's teleporting not with like coherent thought about I'm going to go 60 feet this way or that way. She is just trying to feel out where this is, because from her understanding of the afterlife, distance doesn't really matter. Space, who knows how it works. So instead, she's just going to focus on that feeling of family and connection.
As you focus on your grandmother, as you try to go through those past memories, go ahead and Go ahead and give me an intellect check.
Okay, which am I using? Dead Girl or Perfect Dahlia?
We'll go ahead and say perfect Dahlia, as you're currently separated from your dead body, so you're not suffering the hemorrhaging or the
Okay.
devouring effects.
Okay, so intellect. All right.
And because you are holding on to a memento from your grandmother, you will get a +2 bonus to it.
All right. 20. Dirty 20.
As you keep using your shadow motions, you recalling certain memories, 60 becomes 120, 120 becomes 240, 240 becomes 480, and so on and so forth until you don't even see where your friends were previously at. And as you're gazing about what seems to be a whirling background of a Van Gogh painting of different whites and blues and purples all mixing together to make a night starry sky, it all blends with more whites, pink, yellow, and soon you'll find yourself under this rainbow-like coloring that that somehow encompasses you, and then from the very distance you see your grandma's house. You remember your grandma's house from back over in Texas when you last visited a few years ago, before the beginning of all of this, before your unfortunate day inside that water tank.
Dahlia looks up at the sky and laughs because the color patterns and the sort of nonsensicalness of it's a exact replica of the quilt her grandmother made her. Maybe her grandmother knew she would need to find her way back to Grandma's house. And as she approaches the door, she smiles and knocks.
There's a few moments of questionable, questionable waiting before you hear the familiar "ah ha ha." Oh, that's great, Benny. Give me a couple of seconds. I gotta see who's at the door. And as the door opens, you see your grandma. She's standing there in her normal blouse that she normally wears, except instead of it being the regular white, it is a brilliant dark black, blacker than black, but still light enough to not like absorb the light around it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's not Vanta black.
rich black.
Ah, rich people.
No, like rich as in if you
I know,
look
I
up
know, I know.
ink. Okay, yeah.
Oh my
Hi, Grandma.
stars and oh my stars and garters! Is that my little Dahlia? Look at you! How much you've grown up! Gives you a hug, slight pinch to the cheek. And I see your friends got you that memento I passed over. That's great. But what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here just yet.
She hangs her head. Oh, Grandma, it was awful. We were trying to patch things up, but they started ripping the portal, and this alternate of my friend came through, and it separated us from our bodies, and
Okay,
well,
okay. One
I
detail at
don't.
a time. How about you step in? Let me grab you some tea, my dear. She invites you in, and you go. You do step inside, take a moment, and that technically will be the end of your turn, as you prepare to go through the explanation of what all exactly happened.
Sounds good.
As we hit the end of the combat round, and technically out of combat, we do return back over to Spencer, still running breakneck speed with the Impala in hand, heading over towards Relic and Blake. Spencer, you're about halfway there at the moment, and it does become a little bit easier to spot out the gas station that they were right next to, as well as some signs that looks like there might have been a terrible accident about now passing by a few dozen yards away as you're like still speeding through. But what seems to be more odd is that there still seems to be the occasional spirit that pops up trying to get closer to you, the car, and the bodies inside. Go ahead and give me another perception check as you run by, just barely dodging, we'll say an owl spirit at this point, but the owl spirit hasn't left you. But give me a separate perception check.
Alrighty.
Say that again,
I will-
please.
Sorry.
I will bet it.
I said Spencer's mortal enemy, a bird.
Well,
Enemy or favorite toy?
that's 25.
Wait, did you Benny again?
Yep.
All right. So at first it doesn't seem plausible because owls are normally not they don't normally like hunt in packs or flock in packs. But while you have one decent sized owl trying to keep up with your natural speed, but is like quickly fading, several other owls can be seen hiding in the trees ahead of you as you are approaching the threshold that leaves the forest and goes back to the main street, to the main highway that leads to the gas station. And there seems to be more than just there seems to be more eyes than the bodies of birds you see, or the spirits of birds you see.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
So there's more eyes than birds that I see. And how many birds do I see?
Uh, So you see at least four other birds in translucent visibility for you in through your other senses, but the amount of eyes that seems to extend above them tell that there's a different spirit or spirits amongst the birds, hiding in the tree's foliage.
Ahead, you mean?
Has everybody
No
seen
head.
Hotel Transylvania 2?
No.
Trying
I
to make
mean,
a
if you're
joke
about,
there.
if you're about to post a gift or something, by all means,
It's
it's
the
just gonna be
wolf
hard for us
when,
to get it.
when there's a flock of sheep in front of him. He eats the sheep in like 30 seconds, but it's still like an entire flock. That's what I picture is about to happen.
No, I can't be distracted. I gotta keep going. So I'm gonna try and go around. Avoiding it.
All right, go ahead and give me a dodge check as you begin weaving, weaving and ducking and dodging around the trees and the boys that are getting ready to pounce at you.
Alright. Alright. 24.
All right, it does beat the DC by 2 degrees as the birds seem to try to fly in a certain net-like formation, and in anticipation of this net-like formation, you manage to set the Impala on the ground, wheels first, and then kind of like skateboard kick flip it over the net above them.
If you kickflip my flippin' Impala, I swear to God.
And as you're like in midair holding onto the car while upside down, you see these other eyes seem to start crawling out, revealing that these older spirits amongst the trees that have not been forgotten, but no longer have form, attempt to try to grasp at you. I need to make a couple of rolls as you're doing this amazing kickflip dodge. And it is a one amazing kickflip dodge as you manage to weave through these almost human-like hands, but they're too long and too spindly to be humans. As as they go through the wheels and go through the engine of the Impala, but are not able to grasp at any of the bodies inside. As you reland back wheels first, and then continue kind of coasting before you slip back underneath, and then continue running it with it in your arms, since it's a little bit more faster to run with the Impala in your hands, but it's easier to dodge when you use it as a surfboard.
Yep. Sounds like I'm doing it right.
Julian, why did you bring Old Sticky here?
That wouldn't be Old Sticky.
Old Stick Fingers?
No. That's the certain spider lady from a certain Button movie.
Ugh. Why are you making me remember that beautiful movie like this? Ugh. Uh, as you're running along, Spencer, you do see the threshold coming closer, and but you do hear the thrashing of these old spirits behind you, trying to come after you and claw at you one more time. How do you dodge the multitude of hands that try to sprout forward and try to enclose upon you?
Let's see here. Are they coming from all sides?
Yeah, essentially they're like spreading out around in like 8 different positionings. That includes like straight up and straight below you, but they're like in a shadowy motion going around you and then trying to enclose you into like a cage of hands.
There is one way. Let me check something.
While he's checking that, the alternate Rowan is going to lean out of the car and bite her thumb at the spirits.
Taking a fight.
Let me double check once again Rowan's character sheet.
Bite my thumb at you, sir.
Damn, we
I
really need to
think
invest in teamwork on yours, because that would have been a great way to give teamwork.
I wish I had teamwork, but I have an even more amazing idea. So there's one in front of me, one to the side of me, one to the other side of me, one behind me, one above me, and one below me, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm carrying the Impala. I am running as I am run not I'm gonna light jog, but I can't sprint because that'll kill everyone inside instantly. But I also know that I have to get these ghosts out. I need to get this out of the way, out of the reach of the ghosts. So I have an idea. And using this single brain cell that works entirely for me, what I'm gonna do is, because the one coming from behind is focused on grabbing the car, it's not focused on whether or not my tail is within reach of it.
It is not.
So the first
He's not
thing I
aware.
do, yeah, it's not aware. So let me describe this. Spencer kind of like basically pushes his foot out right in front of him and screeches to a stop. Hard enough that it's an almost instantaneous stop. If the ones inside the vehicle were not wearing seatbelts, this could have been bad. However, they're all wearing seatbelts. And as he stops, all of the other ghosts collide together and kind of like mash into this form. But the one behind him, the poor ghost behind him, he's going to reach out with his tail, grab it by the throat, whatever it is, and just kind of pitch it at the massive form, causing them all to disperse before he sprints right ahead straight through the clearing he just made.
All right. And you do sprint without putting your friends in danger inside the vehicle in your hands. As you go by, the biting of the thumb seems to have just been enough of a distraction for the spirit behind you to not realize that you had a perfect grappling scenario and managed to grab it by the throat, no roll needed, and chuck it towards the rest of the hands that were trying to enclose upon you, causing it all to disperse temporarily as you speed by. And as you cross the threshold, you hear the moans and wails of those lost in the woods still yet to be found, as they lost a chance to find a vessel to return to what they would have claimed as home. You hear that in certain like despondent voices, some ranging from old style English, some going from New Yorkin. Why there's a New Yorkin in the forest of Michigan? I don't know.
But yeah, I get through the threshold, and what do I see on the other side?
You see the main road of the highway that seems to have slowed down on the left side due to the police barricade just barely the police barricade back up a few at this point about 100 yards or so, growing about a football field away.
Okay. Do I also
And
see Jules in the other trucks?
as you look back, you do see the other trucks looking like they're getting ready to reach the blockade, and then you see this equally fast-moving blur, seemingly shifting between the five-car pileup that's in the very distance, and where the five-car pileup was originally on the road is now on the side of the road to what seems to be your perspective, right, as you look back.
Okay.
And we'll call
yeah,
your
that's
turn
it.
next.
He's hit quite a bit.
I'm about to let Jules have his turn, and we will call it there at the end as we end Spencer's turn as he hits the main highway. Jules, you just got done pulling seven bodies out from this five-car pileup, and you're now focused on getting what next out of this barricade.
So it's like the classic, like, little wooden tripod things that they set up, right? I mean, not tripods, but, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's the tripods with the flashing lights on top of it that seems to be battery powered.
I assume it's not going to be that hard to move those compared to the cop cars, right?
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of them, so it's just more annoying. That's why I'll take the whole turn just for moving them. There's not that much of a check to remove them, but uh, but you will have the police officers who will be looking back and going, "I thought we put this over here," and then try to proceed to move those stands back. Now realizing that the five-car pileup had just been moved with how quick you're moving and how strong you're being.
I'm going to basically move over, tap one of them on the shoulder, point at the five-car pileup, and then I'm going to move all the cop cars to the side of the road that is not where the trucks are.
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check for the cop cars now. Thankfully, there's only 3 cars here.
I'll use a penny on that.
Fuck.
A natural 20.
It felt a little odd as you tried to like move one car and it just didn't seem to budge until you realize, wait a minute, leverage, right? And you go underneath and you lift it up. So much freaking easier. And you do this with the other 3 cars. Setting it all.
So I
Go
can
ahead.
properly describe this, DM. This is not universal strength. This is strength in one arm specifically. So he is doing this with one hand to the eyes of the cops.
All right, and you said you were putting them around the 5-car pileup.
You said there were 4 cars?
5 cars. No, there were 3 cop cars.
Three cop cars?
And the 5-car pileup itself.
Since I'm moving them to the left side of the road where the oncoming traffic would be from the opposite direction, I put 2 cop cars on the far side of the pileup from where the trucks are coming, and 1 car on the side closest to where the trucks are coming from. Because that makes more sense for an arrangement. I guess with a natural 20, can I very gently move the cops over to where the people are injured?
I'll allow it for 4 of them. As you get the cars out of the way and you start moving the cops, 4 of them seem to barely even budge as you're moving so fast enough to almost be in like just a little longer than a nanosecond comparatively.
I am speed.
Hang on a second, I've got a reference for this. If I can find it. Because there's an exact visual that comes to mind. Yes, this. I don't move as fast as Spencer. I'm not like outrunning their ability to perceive me, but I am going very fast. So it is just versions of me that fade away shortly after they see me.
Right. But as you get to the 5th one, that seems to be on the more right hand side that your convoys are driving onto. Right as you try to get underneath him, he seems to react fast enough to move out of the way of your hands. And as you lock eyes with this cop, that's where we'll end this session.
I'll add this final detail of me just pointing over at where the other cops are and the injured people are.
What the heck? Maybe if he was Jace doing that, I could see that being it. But he's Jules right now.
Man, these
It
cars
only
are
has-
really in the way, and I can control magnetism. Oh, wait!
That's only belt Jace. Regular Jace doesn't have magnetism yet. All he's got is magnetically powered aneurysms. He hasn't figured out how to become fully Magneto just yet.
I'm sorry.
Alias 2.0.
There's a thing in that game where you can levitate a car and throw it as hard as you want, and if you get to max level, you can throw it across the entire city.
But DM, I hope you appreciate the idea of Jules moving around at speed with the Edge Runner visual.
I do like it. That is great. But we will end today's session. We want to thank everyone for joining us here. And bravely, should nothing occur 2 weeks from now, we'll have session again and hopefully get them fully past this chapter of entering and exiting hell in both.
See you guys in September.
And please no.
See you guys
Don't
in
put that on us.
September.
Oh, don't put that on us.
Listen,
Oh,
the
guys.
DM jinxed it as soon as he said, "No, we're presuming nothing happens." We were already doomed.
Presuming nothing happens. My God.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.